Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. Today I want to talk about the USS Mayflower. That's the lowest class of faction ship you can get for the Federation. And I previously talked about the D3 that's the Klingon version in one of my videos, and today we have the Federation. It's a nice little ship, but it's not the biggest one, but it's a nice to have. The Mayflower is an explorer, and it also has an advantage like the other ships. The USS Mayflower's weapon damage is increased by 30% against Klingon ships. And this makes sense because the Klingons are kind of the arch enemy, as I always call them, of the Federation. They give the most reputation when you're trying to gain Federation rep. And so Klingons and having an advantage against Klingons is not bad. The Mayflower can have a ship ability, in this case the Relentless Assault, that increases weapon damage against hostiles and armadas by 250% if activated. How those abilities work is a topic for another video. I just want to mention that the Mayflower can have that too. Blueprints for the Mayflower, you need 80. And you can get them, of course, in the faction store as soon as you reach the favored with the Federation. That's 100,000 points. You can get blueprints for the Mayflower in the faction store. And what I forgot when I did the video on the D3, which I just realized, you also can get blueprints with missions. In the case of the Mayflower, and I have to read that because you can't remember all of that, it's the missions: A Gift Horse, First Blood, For the Glory of Romulus, Recreations, Reparations, To Seek Out New Life Forms. Those are the missions where you can get blueprints for the Mayflower as well. So you can easily have the Mayflower quite early in the game. The shipyard you need for this is level 26. And I already mentioned the faction reputation to get the blueprints in the faction store and in the away team store, where you can always find faction ship blueprints if you have reached the necessary shipyard level or the necessary reputation for the faction. For example, I have the necessary shipyard level to see ships in the away team store, but I can only see the Corinar and not the Pilum, for example, from the Romulans, because only with the Klingons my reputation is higher than 440 million. And that plays a role when what kind of blueprints you can see in the away team store. There's one important thing about, or two important things about the Mayflower I always want to mention in these videos. I don't recommend to upgrade the Mayflower in the beginning of the game higher than tier 5 or level 25, because it uses a lot of materials and ship parts that you will definitely need very soon for a bigger ship. And so that's my recommendation. And I recommend that you go for the next ship class one level higher. That will come in other videos. And don't max this one at this point. And that's the other thing, at this point. But don't scrap them. Keep the ships like the Mayflower, the D3 and the Legionary. You will need them later. Because the USS Mayflower, if you max it later when you have the Valdor, that's the first 4-star Romulan ship, and that is an explorer also. If you scrap a maxed Mayflower, you get 4-star explorer ship parts and you get 4-star materials, and quite a lot, I must say, when you have reached the level. So keep your Mayflower for that time when you go to 4-star ships, and then max it. But don't max it when you're still early in the game, when you're just working from level 26 shipyard to level 28. Don't max it, but don't scrap it either. You will need it later. And those are the most important information I can give you on the Mayflower in a quick introduction. Those are just introduction videos where I want to give you a quick overview of those faction ships. And so, as I always say, the video is only as long as it's needed to be and as short as possible. And so I already can say, if you want to see something about another ship or buildings, crews, helpful tricks, the next video is here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.